Luke 2:19 and 20. But Mary treasured up all these things, pondering them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen, as it had been told them.
Mary, did you know? I think she had a pretty good idea. If you don't believe me, just check out Luke 1:46 through 55. Mary had great faith. She knew the scriptures. She knew the story of how God had led up to this point in history. She knew that something exactly like this, something very special, was taking place through these moments. She knew that this baby that was going to be born to her was conceived by the Holy Spirit. She knew that he was going to do crazy things in this world. She knew he was going to flip the world upside down. He was going to bring the mighty low. He was going to raise up those of humble estate. He was going to feed the hungry. He was going to do all these crazy things. She knew. She prayed the song before the baby was born. Did you know? She knew. You see, God can reveal his plan to us. And what a joy it is to live into the prophesied plan of God. What a joy it is to live into this plan that he has for us, even when it's an unlikely plan. See, Mary is not a likely person to take on this story. She's a young virgin girl. But she knew, because God told her. She knew what was coming. How cool is that? See, the heart, it says in the scriptures that Mary spent this time pondering these things and treasuring these things in her heart. The heart is really the most appropriate place for us to ponder these things of God and to treasure these things of God, because the heart is the center of us. It's the heart of our decision making. It's the heart. It's the center of our trajectory of our life. Decisions start in the heart. Our heart tells our brain what to do, and then our brain puts it into motion. And so Mary is pondering and treasuring all these things that are taking place. She's given birth to the Messiah, and she's just kind of soaking it all in. The shepherds have come. They're announcing the good news. They've returned to her, telling about all the cool things that are taking place, how people are receiving the news. And she, understandably, is just soaking it in. Mary, did you know? I think she had a pretty good idea. Something crazy, something great was going to happen through this baby that God had given her. When we receive Christ, the reality is, as Henry Blackaby would say, we cannot remain the same. We're going to be changed. Our hearts are going to be harder if we choose to not follow him, to not align ourselves with him, or we're going to become more like him as we join him in the work that he's doing. So when we receive the Christ, when we let him into our life, when we align ourselves with him, our lives change as well. We can ponder them and treasure the change and the transformation that happens by God's grace. What a good story. Mary, you knew, didn't you? Of course you did.